Hi campers, I want to share with you how I've installed a 400 watt solar system on my fifth wheel. This is a 2018 Jayco 29.5 BHDS. I've used 4 100 watt panels made by Renogy. You can see where I've sealed and screwed them down there. So I placed them on the back of the coach and actually traced around all the brackets, put the panels off to one side, sealed where the bracket would go, placed them back down one at a time, also putting a little bit of sealant in the hole as well, screwed them down and then sealed around each screw. You've got 2 4-way splitters there connected to a 10 gauge wire, a 15 footer that goes to the through roof solar prep there by Jayco. And just to let you know that wire that those guys used is an 8 gauge, which is great. I'm going to go down into the coach now and show you something that might be useful to you if you're doing an install on one of these Jayco HTs and what I'm going to show you is where Jayco has brought the wire. The wire runs down this wall here because they planned for the charge controller to go just above in this area here. But I never wanted my charge controller there anyway, so I took the thermostat off, made the hole a little bigger, which allowed me to be able to fish out the red wire which had been cut and capped off. So I bared the wires, twisted them up and actually soldered mine and heat shrinked them and taped it and stuffed them back in. My black negative wire was continuous, so didn't have to mess around with that. But yeah, mine didn't even have a sticker on here, so I was scratching my head for a bit. But let's go outside. I'll show you where that wire is going to come to. That 8 gauge wire, that positive wire, is going to go to that 30 amp breaker there on this model anyway, and it's behind 12 volt shut off here. You can also see it on the diagram there, second from the bottom there in green, 30 amp, and solar roof prep right there. And that wire, that 8 gauge positive, was actually connected to a 10 gauge black as well, which was also a positive, but I believe it's either the tow vehicle charge line that it's connected to. So I just cut it off and I put the black one back on there, obviously with a small terminal connector, and the red wire, stuff it back through there, keep on pushing it, and it's going to all come out in this front compartment. It's going to come through in here. There's a cover there that I took off to be able to get it. It's going to come out of, there's some, you see that? It's going to come out of one of those holes there, so you're going to have loads of excess. Just pull it all out. That's where it actually comes down through the coach, and then they ran it back to that breaker there, and your negative is going to be right there. So I took my negative off and put those 2 back on there, and I fished my 2 wires that I needed up and over the top there, and there it is. There's my install. Made a little panel up as well, a little plate to be able to put that up a bit higher, because I didn't want to just screw it on here, because putting stuff in it might be knocking it and whatever. And also that plate as well, I drilled a load of holes in the back of the plate as well to allow cooling. But these do actually have some like kind of cooling vents on them, top and bottom, but I thought that would really help out. So I continued my wires that go from here to the battery with 8 gauge as well, with a nice 30 amp fuse there as well, off Amazon. And yeah, there's the model number of my charge controller. A more basic one, but perfectly capable, as long as you use the right wires. And there's my connectors that I'm going to use. But it's October here, 2021. So I don't have batteries yet for this because I only picked this rig up a little while ago and it only had one 12 volt in it. But I'm going to get my batteries in the spring. No point getting them now to store them, right? I'll get some freshies in the spring, and I'm not sure what I'm going to go with yet. So much choice out there these days. So I hope you like what I've done there, guys. That was bang for buck. I think it was pretty good. I think I was probably out the door for about, I gotta say about $500, which to me is, I see that as pretty good value. I want to go somewhere and my rig just take care of itself. And I know 400 watts, some people could think it's kind of overkill, but if you're going places in the spring and in the fall and you're not sure how much sun you're going to be getting, I know 400 is going to take care of us. You know, no problems with that furnace running all night and the pump for the water, lights and whatever. 400, you're laughing with 400. 3 batteries, I think. We've survived before with a 180 and 2 batteries for 3 days, and we had like, well, kind of mixed overcast. So I figured this time I'd go quite a bit bigger, 1 extra battery, and that should do us. So yeah, that one can charge gel, flooded, lithium, and there's a port on the underside as well for a Bluetooth connector as well, the Bluetooth monitor rather, which I think I might get. I don't know, do I need it? No. You do pretty, I think you can do a pretty good job with maybe just a multimeter, but I guess it's not going to show you, your amps then. Hope you like what I've done there, guys. Hope you can use some of that, or whatever you don't like, don't use. Happy camping.